Hello, hello. Welcome to the Underground Podcast. My name is Anna.
Hello, Anna.
Hi.
My name is Alex.
My name is Omar.
And I am Frida Henson.
Yes. So, let's get right into it, I guess.
Let's go.
Let me introduce myself. I am an artist slash DJ slash everything under the sun. And yeah, I am in love with techno, and this is we're here together to talk about the underground scene with EDM, techno,
House
electronic music,
everything
everything.
in general.
A little about myself. My name is Alex. I perform as Realize. I'm a DJ first, DJ slash producer. So DJ first, producer second. I'm also a house and techno educator, promoter, and a mentor. And today we have two guests on the podcast. We have Omar and we have Frida. Omar is a promoter. Are you a DJ too, or
Not yet.
not
But
yet?
no, I
Okay.
won't.
Okay, in
I won't.
progress.
I'm not really into that part. I think and for me, it's very important that I continue focusing on my promoter job, if you want to say so.
Right,
'Cause
right.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy and it's a lot of work behind the scenes. So yeah, that's not an option for me right now.
Okay.
And I'll be dancing all the time. So I don't think that I'll be really doing this. I'll be actually dancing. So yeah.
I will teach him.
Okay. So yeah, let's also do an intro for you, Frida. You are a DJ, and tell us, are you any other roles you would like to tell us about? So, for example, do you promote as well, or anything along those lines?
Not really like promoter. I've been learning a lot
Okay.
and it's fun. But I can see and I can tell it's really hard, It takes a lot of energy in your mind and a lot, really a lot. And I'm a DJ. I started to produce music like 3 years, almost 4 years. I was living in Belgium. And so all my time around there without music because I was born in Mexico. I'm half Brazilian and half Mexican. So when I went there to Belgium, there was a little bit difficult for me to express, I needed the music. So
Right.
for a long time, friends were like, you should, DJ, you should. So yeah, it's been now like almost 6 years doing this, And it's been fun, really fun. And so I moved here to LA. And I'm so happy that I found the underground scene because, oh my God.
I think that's very exciting also for everyone because I met Anna her first underground party was one of my parties. And ever since she fell in love with the scene, right? I met you through Andrew and Dark Epics and all those big collectives, right? And I think something really cool about the underground is they really connect people, right? There's a reason why we're here, right? It connects us really. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, let's talk about, since we're on this, let's talk about our introduction into the underground, right? Like when was the first time you were introduced to electronic music and then versus underground? And then if someone could explain what underground means, like what does that mean, for people who don't know?
It means community. It means love. It means really everything that it's in a space that we like to create as promoters to make sure that everyone comes and comes to dance and explore new things, music, and meet people. That's really what the underground is. It's really community and love. It's really what it is, and at least that's what it means to me.
That's beautiful.
What would you say your first exposure to just any kind of electronic dance music was?
Living in Mexico City. I actually started with disco. Probably I was 9, 10.
Okay.
And then from there, I discovered house music. And then from there, I discovered metal. And then around the same time, I discovered techno, right? So for me, techno was kind of like, what is this? And I fall in love with techno. It's funny because living in Mexico City, there's not a lot of people that is into, or at least not around the time, there was a lot of people into like heavy metal and stuff like that. Even my cousins and my sister.
Right.
So I was technically the only one in the family until now that is the only one that listens to techno and that is really, really into this music. And now I'm producing techno events, which is kind of amazing, right?
Totally. Would you say like you had discovered the music and were you too young to go out and go to parties at that point, or did it kind of happen around the same time?
No, dude, I was already going out to parties.
Okay.
I love dancing. And ever since I was little, I started dancing and dancing and dancing. It kind of relaxed me a lot. It just kind of gets the stress and it makes me forget about things. The state of mind, it's different when I'm dancing. It's just part of me. I just love dancing.
Right.
I love that. What about you, Frida?
Well, who cannot love techno, you know? When I came here in Los Angeles, I was playing in different places. I mean, no underground places. But always I was caught of like, can you play less hard, please? You know, can you please play this type of music? So I've been like working since 14, 15 years old in the music, different genres, you know. And always after finishing my work, because I was doing that as a job to pay my bills, I was always in the after party. So the after party was like, oh my God, techno, one day I want to play that. So, you know, you grow up and then life somehow puts you in a certain way where you have to take a decision. And when I came here, like I said, like there were people telling me, no, please play less hard. And can you? So I was like, no, I cannot. I cannot if I'm doing this, you know, life is so short. And sometimes we feel like it's eternal and we are not. So I'm very conscious about that. And to me, it's very hard to do something that I don't want or that I don't feel from my soul. So I was totally saying, no, if I'm going to play this. And here I am, universe take me, whatever it is away.
Took you to the underground. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
I can resonate with what you're saying because I come across people saying the same thing to me. Like I don't want to listen to this right now, or it's too hard or whatever. But I literally physically cannot listen to anything else. Like it just doesn't work.
It doesn't feel the same way. Yeah.
The funny thing is like the guys who were there were like, wow, yes, this is no, she's dark. It was like, yeah, so they were enjoying it. But the venue didn't approve, like, you know, they have
of course.
certain
It happens all the time.
BPM, no more beyond the 120, 120. No.
Yeah.
Give me more.
I want to ask you, like, what was your drive? Like, what was your motivation or the trigger into, like, knowing that this is yours and, like, enveloping in it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Embracing it.
People, to be connected with people. It's like when you feel like your tribe. You know, it's like when the same frequencies that you are resonate,
right,
the other resonate too. So it's like embracing your soul, your heart, like literally with the others in the beat with the music. And it's like you don't exist. The only thing that exists is the energy through the music, and we all are connected.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how I see it.
That's what is like, no, I'm not gonna play different thing. I did for so many years in my youngest age for work. And I'm gonna keep doing it as work. But now here I am. I'm just gonna do this because it's what my frequency connects me with my tribe.
And
my community.
And then she's talking about energy, right? It's really important for the new generations to understand that part. That the underground is family, it's community, but it's also when you're dancing is to really connect with the music and really be happy about it. You know, I've been sober 8 months, and I want to talk about this just because I want to say why I've been sober. First of all, because I wanted to take TechnoFamLA to another level. And also because as a promoter, you have a big responsibility. you cannot be getting drunk or doing other things in your parties. You have to be responsible. Every single person that is coming into that special place, it's my responsibility. Every time that I'm doing a party, it's just the way it is. So for me, focusing 100% on everything I'm doing from the beginning to end, it's very important because I want to make sure that I'm creating the vibes, you know, the love to people. You know, I love talking to people. I love going in my events and I'll talk to people. You know, I'm not the type of promoter that is all the way in the back, just with the DJs. And no, I actually like to be out there. And I mean, you guys see me dancing, talking to people, and I think that's very important. But the point is that the new generations need to learn that this parties is about that. It's about community. It's about love, and it's really about the place where they can come and forget about their stress, not by drinking or not by using goodies. It's really about the music, and this is the message that we got to start sending to everyone else, especially the new generations. They need to understand that part, because that's something. That's the reason why I'm doing this, is to be teaching people about it. So. Yeah.
Can you go through your day-to-day as a promoter?
Well, first of all, I have a full-time job. So I'm usually up around 4:30, 5 in the morning. I go to work. I work in City of Valencia. My commute is 1 hour one way, another hour another way. So that's 2 hours just driving. In between, I have to be promoting. Instagram takes about 3-4 hours away from a day, sometimes more. Preparing content, it's really hard. I'm lucky right now that I hired somebody that is our new marketing specialist.
Oh, nice.
So she's going to be helping us with that. Obviously, she's an intern. And right now, we're in the beginning of everything. We're barely building TechnoFamLA. It's really the beginning. And so that's helping me. Also, I have Brie Mary. She's part of the admin, and she's also helping a lot on Instagram. So I guess really what I'm looking for is for them to take over the part, and then I could focus on like bands and other things. But yeah, I'm pretty much up from 5 in the morning all the way to like 7, 8, 9 p.m. sometimes. The full-time job is really hard, having a full-time job, be a promoter, coordinate events, getting contact with DJs. It's just a lot. And a lot of people don't realize that we do a lot of work. It's a lot of work. A lot of people think that, it's not easy. It's a lot of work behind the scenes. A lot of work.
So it is a lot of work, and there are also like a lot of promoters out there. So I wonder, like, why did you become a promoter, and was there something you saw in the scene that was missing that you were hoping to kind of fill in with your personal project?
I think so. I have this skill where I'm able to build teams. Ever since I was little, I've been having this skill, right? When I came to LA, I started going to a lot of electronic dance events, and then I found people in the club scene, and I started helping them. As I used to be selling bottle service and party buses. During that time, I was the only technically promoter selling party buses and bottle service at different clubs in Hollywood and all over. And then I kind of walk away from that because I was using a lot of alcohol and a lot of drugs.
Right.
So that was pretty hard, right? I overdosed actually about 10 years ago. So that was pretty hard to take, right? So I kind of got away from that life. It was not really helping me. It was killing me in a way. And finding the underground was different because it felt like family. It felt like the place where you really want to be. So I became a promoter, I guess, if you want to say so, by mistake. But now I'm here and I'm happy. And I'm very happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
What are some promoters or artists or creative people who you looked up to when you were first starting out in your promoter journey?
My first party was with Incognito.
Okay.
I do have a lot of respect for those guys because it was really my first underground party. And that's something that you won't forget, right? I remember seeing Alan all the way on the back and I was like, who's that guy? You know, like, I don't know. He was one of the main ones, right? And then from that, I discovered 6 a.m. in Dirty Epics and then Work and you know, and it was pretty cool, right? And then I seen the growth, those guys. They've been doing some pretty cool, amazing things. And I'm lucky right now that I'm connected with them. As you guys know, I'm also a warehouse owner, so they do a lot of business with us. So right now the connection is already there. But they're also all about community, and they've been guiding me behind the scenes, so which is kind of cool. And yeah, man, it's been pretty amazing. I think this year I've been blessed in general.
Awesome.
So not just by getting a warehouse or or by becoming a good promoter, or because my parties are becoming pretty big and pretty nice now. It goes beyond that, right? I've been able to connect with many people. I mean, I was able to connect with Freda through music, and it's love, and so all that is what really matters. The rest is okay, it's cool,
Right,
but what really matters is when you're connecting with people. I was able to connect with Anna. I was able to connect you. Those things are the things that really matter to me.
Yeah. And did you come into being a venue owner first, or did you become a promoter first?
I'm a promoter first.
Okay.
I'll always be a promoter first. Always.
And you already had and then later you came across the venues.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was an opportunity and we took it.
Awesome.
All those opportunities that you see around, you just gotta take them. You gotta take the risk.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta go broke because it's reality. We're barely making it right now, but hey, guess what? We're here and we're gonna keep on working and working and working. That is really, it's a lot of work. And I tell you this, people might have the idea that we're making a lot of money on the parties and the warehouses, but we're not. We're making it. It's just the beginning of everything, and usually the beginning, it's like 2-3 years where you really got to start have up and downs, and it's just the beginning.
And that's a myth I would like to dispel, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand that a lot of these underground parties that are thrown, the goal is usually to break even, right? Not even to. If you break even, it's a good day.
It's a good thing, of course. Right. I mean, obviously, it all depends on party and how much money you're investing. I think really it comes down to be careful on how you want to be spending your money. And also the advice that I give everyone is play with the money that is not going to hurt you.
Okay.
Save up some money before you get into throwing parties, right? Because you can lose everything in one night. I have seen people losing tons of money in 2-3 parties, and it's really hard to recover. And keep in mind that we also go through a lot of stress. Investing money like that we don't really have, it's hard. It puts a lot of stress. She has seen me before how stressful I am sometimes. And she's always correcting me. You're spending so much time on the phone, but she's putting the balance right now in my life, which is kind of cool. But yeah, spending time on the phone and promoting and all that, it takes a lot.
Yeah, it's
hours.
Definitely nice to have an outside voice, someone to see what it is you're doing from a more calm and collected perspective, and be able to throw some suggestions here and there.
Yeah, of course.
Omar, I met you exactly a year ago.
Yes.
It was my very first TechnoFam.
Collective minds with our partners, the Sound Factory. That was House and Techno.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was March 2022. And it changed my life.
Thank you.
It literally changed my life. Yeah. And that was when my love for techno, hard style techno, originated.
That was with Panic.
Yeah. I was just about to say, that's where I met Panic. And I don't know. He's just great. He just showed me a new way. I was just observing him the whole time. He showed me a new way to play. And then I got into DJing shortly after. But I wanted to ask, where were you a year ago? And then where are you currently?
Wow. A year ago, we were really nobodies. That's reality. We were trying to put our mark in the scene. In the beginning, people don't believe in you. They kind of see you say, it's just another collective that is going to try, right? The only difference is that I have people like the Sound Factory, Nettie, Raikid, and Tanner. They were some of the first individuals that start helping me out. And then I found good people on the way, right? There's warehouse owners that start helping us as well. And I found my partner, Jaya. She's my partner on the warehouses. She opened a huge door for me as well, right? And everything is started just falling in place little by little. And right now, our collective is been throwing parties with great production, great audio, great DJs. And again, this is just the beginning, and I'm just very happy where we're at right now. Do I want more? I don't think it's about one more. It's about I want to make the difference. That's really why I'm here. I really want to make the difference within the scene. It's not just about throwing parties. I want to open a space for all the local DJs. That's my next project that is coming up soon. I know Alex is going to be part of it. There's one big collective that is going to be also part of this project. So the the support is already coming, right? This is
Right.
gonna be good for everyone, not just TechnoFamLA DJs or DJs that we know. We really want to open in a space for every single DJ in LA, and then from there, start bringing people from San Diego. They're next door. We
Right,
gotta
right.
share the love with everyone.
Of course.
We have to share the love.
So that leads me to my next question. Where do you see yourself a year from now?
I think doing more work for the community.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, we're here because of them, and now I cannot forget that part. I'm here because people supports me. People comes to my parties or our parties because I have partners. Have the Pudgy, Artie, and Jesse. They're my partners for TechnoFamLA, and we have also other people like April that support us a lot. Vanessa, Frida. I have it's Nexus, and our new member Anna, and also we have Jack. All those individuals really they've been helping me out a lot to come up with this project. Without them, I couldn't be here. And then without that community that it comes to our parties, wouldn't be here. Where do I want to be here? Where do I want to be next? I just want to, again, just to work for the community. Let's go. That's the reason why we're also doing this, because we want to open that space for other people, right? To express themselves and to tell us how they go. So when they're bartender, right? So we got to cover a lot of things, but yeah.
Now, what would you say are the hardest parts of throwing a party, organizing an event, like where you're at now?
I think dealing with international DJs and agents, it gets pretty overwhelming. Sometimes 30, 40, 50 emails, because sometimes you don't agree on something and it just back and forth. So I think that's very challenging. Very challenging.
Yeah.
And especially when you also don't have the proper connections, because I don't have a lot of connections right now. Again, it's the beginning. I'm not up there yet.
Yeah.
So it's taking time, but we're moving slow, and that's fine.
And what are some challenges you face as a venue owner when you're working with other people?
Well, that's a good one. Different personalities.
Okay.
Some people can be pretty rude, and you gotta stay calm. You gotta smile, and it's just that, right? Some people are pretty rude.
Can you describe like the behind the scenes work? Like, let's say it's event day. What are you doing? Like, how does your day look?
Promoting. Waking in the morning, the first thing you're thinking is promote. Go to venue. Is wait for the audio and lighting production to get over. Is everything right? Talk to them. It's a lot of coordination behind every event. Making sure that you book the port parties, that you have the right text, that you're communicating everything, and it's a lot of work. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to prepare an event right now. So,
so I'm assuming you need a big crew, right? Like a crew who.
And
that's dedicated to work.
That's what we're building right now. We're in the beginning or start getting more people. Obviously, I also have my partners that they're doing already their part. But yeah, I really wanna get to the level where we actually hire people to be doing things that we cannot do. And that's the reason why we end up getting Anna, our new marketing specialist, because she's gonna be helping us on those things that I don't have time to do. So.
That's important.
Yeah, it is
important to as you grow, to assign tasks to other people, because as a promoter, as an event organizer, you need to be the one to keep growing.
Yeah.
Keep the vision.
Exactly. Right. Keep the vision going. So what qualifies someone to get on the guest list?
Guest list. Let's talk about this. I really like this subject because a lot of people gets pretty confused about it. I do talk to a lot of promoters about guest lists and how people feels about it, especially promoters. We know that a lot of people connect with us when it's the day of the event, right? I need guest lists. But you'll be surprised that maybe 70% of these individuals are men.
Okay.
A lot of the females are more, I already got my ticket. So that's support.
Amazing.
And there's some people that are in the industry that feel entitled all the time, which is I understand that, but at the same time, it will be nice if they start supporting us for real, because we're really spending tons of money. that we can lose in one eye if something goes wrong, and we all know why. We're not going to mention that, but not just that, it's also we do a lot of work behind the scenes, a lot, and a lot of people don't understand that, and I'm hoping after people gets to see this, they understand that our job is not easy. It's not easy. It's time consuming. We're spending hours every day coordinating on Instagram, promoting. So yeah, so guest list is really help us. If you really want to be on our guest list, it costs nothing to share our flyers.
Yeah,
it costs
of course.
nothing.
Yeah,
right. Help us by doing that. Really come to our events, show up early. Hey, I'm here to help.
Stay till the end and help
stay
clean
until
up.
the end to that cleanup, dude. It's so. She's always making fun of me because I'm always, as soon as the event is done, I'm the one that is like, boom, let's clean, boom, let's go. Because it's so tiring, man, and you end up maybe with like 2-3 people helping you, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, hopefully on the next events, I'm gonna hire a crew to be doing that part. But dude, it's when you barely start in this business, you have to do that, and it's a lot of work, and it's really sad work that people don't realize that we also become janitors, and that's the reason why I call myself that, right? Because in the beginning, until now, you used to see me going to the restrooms, checking on things and cleaning venue. There's nothing wrong with that, and I'm very proud of it. But people need to realize before asking for guest lists, at least help us share our flyers.
Yeah.
Come support our parties, a real support.
Yeah, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 months of work go into one night of a party. And I think people miss that, and also miss that when they're asking you for guest lists, like they're basically taking money away out of your pocket that you could hopefully break even with. You know what I mean?
And also I want to remind people that we also have people that it's working with us that are getting paid, right? So, like the audio guys, lighting guys, and securities and all that. So there's other things that we have to pay. So it becomes very expensive. Securities, if you want to have the proper securities in your parties, they are very expensive. So those are the things that people it's not aware of. So please be aware of, because it's a lot of work and it costs a lot of money, and that's reality. There's no other way around.
Mm-hmm. Say once you've had quite the stressful week, what are some ways that you try and relax and get that get out of that mindset of always having to promote?
Right now, something that I haven't done, it's working out. I've been off for about 7 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been pretty hard to go back because my mind is always working. I have a full-time job. I have to drive 2 hours. And then in between, lately I've been on meetings with different promoters, different people. You guys notice that we have meetings on the weekdays, and that's really my day. So there's really no time for me to stop. I'm really stopping after 8 p.m. And that's sometimes because there's times when I have to have meetings around 10 p.m. with people, right? So it becomes very stressful and very tiring, man. But again, I'm happy doing this because I have love and passion for what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, of course.
That's a big difference. Yeah. I really love what I'm doing right now. It's the first time that I actually love something to that level where I'm kind of like, let's go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think for being in this position, keep going, we have to have that passion, passion to be resilient for all the things that are coming up without us expecting, good things, not so good things, But the passion and the love, as a DJ,
Right.
it's what keeps us there. Keep going, keep moving. And definitely the mindset, personally, always I'm telling myself, no, mindset. And yes, keep moving, keep going. You can do it, The way we talk, I think is very important to ourselves.
Yeah, I feel the same way. When I discovered it, it was like almost like an addiction. Like I didn't want to stop.
A good addiction.
A good one, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to ask, like, how has your way of thinking changed? So, like, let's say whatever time frame you want, like maybe pre-techno and then after techno. Like, whatever. How has your thinking changed through your journey?
Oh, wow. Well, first is that techno has just a few phrases and lyrics, if you want to add them. How can I connect this to how my mind changed? Because another type of genres of music, that is like the complaint or suffering lyrics, which that connects with your subconscious mind. So believe it or not, it affects you and your behave in your daily life. So when you become more conscious of that, you listen to the music through energy, through frequency, because we are humans, human beings, you're gonna feel the emotions because it's how this body is built. But it's very deep, Then you start to realize the way you talk to yourself, and through unexpected things, example, you are passing through. So you have to keep moving, to stand up. And definitely for me is to have like order with your time, because sometimes you cannot work out. Personally, I've been doing this since little, and I have to have like 15 minutes, even if I feel so tired, because it's something in my brain that is addicted to, and the chemicals is just secretion there. Because I work out 15 minutes, even if I'm so freaking tired. And I'm telling myself, go do it. I'm not, the other voice is like, okay, no, go do it. And after I do it, I'm like, okay, I can call the day. But it's hard. It's not easy because sometimes you cannot, you feel tired. But he is like, he knows. Like, I'm going to the gym. Are you going to the gym? I'm sorry, yes, I'm
It's like 4:30 in the morning. Are you kidding me?
But after that, I feel complete. I'm just like, everybody knows the rock, right? So it's like my example. It's like, if he can, I can do it. If he can, I can do it. But anyway, so I know everybody is different, but for me, personally, it has to be that way. No way to forgive me. But.
What about you, Omar?
What about me?
How has your thinking changed in your journey?
I think I became more positive ever since I really discovered the underground scene. Obviously, I became more aware of people, how you talk to people, how you change your energy, and sometimes I've been working a lot on myself, and I'm still working a lot on myself, right? And Freda is helping me a lot right now with that process, because it's not easy to start changing your energy from something negative to positive, right? If you get upset about something, sometimes I'm getting to the level where I'm asking myself, why are you getting mad about this? So, and I start changing that negative energy into something more positive. It's not easy. It's a lot of internal work that you got to do, but I've been working on it. So really, I became more a positive person. Something that I've been doing for the past year, I've been manifesting a lot.
Okay, nice.
So that has been my secret, if you want to say so, because I visualize my parties. I think about that I'm there. I visualize that my dance floor is full of people having fun and having fun and just being happy, about 2 months ago, I manifest love. And that's another good example right now. And love came to me.
It's not 3 months.
2-3 months.
3
Yeah.
months.
But the point is that, manifesting, it's very powerful.
Right.
And I'm not an expert or anything like that, but it's been working out for me. And I know other people that has real experience, they might be able to relate to this, because I know this is not for everybody, and people might be like, oh, he's crazy, but it's been working out for me, man. And I'm going to continue doing it until the end of my days, because it works. And I just got to put that out there. That has been my secret.
Can you describe, like, how often do you do it, or what is it that helps you get into that state?
It's funny because I don't do it like probably like how you do it, that you find a place. It's just more like, especially in the mornings when I'm waking up in the mornings, my brain is so like fresh. That is the first thing that I start thinking my parties and how everything is gonna be well, and somehow my brain goes into that state of mind where I can see myself doing it, and it's just kind of those things that I keep on repeating to myself, like everything is gonna be fine, and I start putting the energy out there, and I did the same when I was manifesting love, I was kind of like, it's time for me to find out the person that is gonna complete my life and that is gonna help me to grow and in general, and really it was so powerful because after like 2-3 weeks it just happened, and I mean, whatever that is, it was real to me. So yeah.
So do you believe that it's faith? Like you need to be trusting in the universe?
I think you need to trust the process.
The process.
And there's a universe, there's something up there, and whatever you believe is, just have the belief and have faith. And not just have faith, you just also need to be fearless and just go get it. If you want something, go get it. Because there's people that is gonna be holding you down. Don't allow anyone to hold you down. Create your vision and go get it. It's just about that. Just go get it. It's not easy, but anyone can do it. You just gotta have the right set mind and yeah.
So trust and action.
Yes.
With the right mindset, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Like he said, like waking up and he started thinking about his parties. So it just makes me think, and that is waking up with the memory, reminding your future, right? You're waking up, so what is your mind? Where are you connecting the dots to the future? So visualizing is all the word. If we all remember, like Einstein says, imagination is key. For me,
it's powerful.
For me, it's and yeah, but I think it takes time and it takes really courage in to keep control of your mind, because all of us, we are humans and we've been programmed in different way till we are awakening, and how this brain works, how my body works. And it's pretty fun journey, I think, for all of us as a human being, right, in this planet. Am I sounding like an alien?
No.
This
is what I like to talk about.
Yeah.
I think going back to trusting the process, it's something that I've been thinking a lot about lately is you do have to trust the process, but you also need to dedicate time to reflect and see what you've been doing that's been working and what you've been doing that hasn't been working.
I think reflecting is very important. I try to be reflecting on things at least once a week. I really want to start moving forward to do it every day because it's important. I think that's the main ingredient. Reflecting, it's important because you will learn. You end up learning more from yourself, and also it will help you to make the right decisions because we're humans. We're not perfect, and we're always making mistakes. When you're reflecting about something, it helps you realize why you end up doing something that it wasn't right to do, and how you're gonna move forward. So that is very powerful. So I'm glad you touched that subject because it's very important.
Yeah, and like those mistakes are how we learn, right? Because
we're humans.
If we box ourselves in, then like we don't really know what our potential is.
Yeah,
how far we.
And there's people out there with a lot of potential. They just don't know it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So deep.
Bringing a little softness into this. Gratitude is another good one. Manifesting in a grateful state, I feel like will help move things quicker.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, I think in the mornings when your mind isn't very clogged or clouded with everything you've done in the day, it's easier. It's more simple. But always like try to remind yourself to check back in with yourself, remember the breath, remember we're all connected, and take deep breaths, feel the gratitude, and
I think that's something that I that I have to start doing. I actually want to be learning more about it, and actually want to start taking some time to start learning more about stuff like that, because it's important. I need to be adding that in my life right now. So it's because everything that I do is like so time consuming. I really need that little break to start doing other things that are gonna make me feel better as a human. It's really what it is I want to be better. And I'm not saying better by driving a nice car or having expensive things or money. It's really about becoming a better human. That is really the secret.
I agree. Even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's like during the show, or if you're in the crowd, you can take like 5 minutes just to like exist. That's what I do. That's how I feel, especially when I'm feeling like this surge of gratitude during like an event. I'm just like, I just close my eyes and smile.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because during our first year anniversary, I was like busy running around, and I was like, and then Orly girl stopped me, and she was like, dude, stop. What do you mean? She was like, dude, this is all you. You know, take that moment, take it in.
Beautiful.
So that was the first time that I ended up doing something like that, and I was kind of like, holy crap.
First time.
Well, not first time, but that's really that it was very powerful. Yeah, that somebody actually told me stop.
Yeah.
And do it. So I went, as I was walking all the way to the back to see everyone, I found my partner Pudgy, DJ Pudge, or Tattoo Pudge, and we found each other, and we almost cried because it was so powerful. Where we kind of like, bro, like this is our party, you know? How cool is that?
Right.
So that was a really cool moment, right? And then I went all the way to the back. I took some videos, and I was just like feeling the energy and really feeling very happy to see all those 450 people dancing there. You know, that was very powerful to me.
Amazing.
It really made me feel like this is why I'm here. That moment when you're doing it, not because of the money, not because you want to be in the spotlight, not because you want to be cool about it. No, that moment right there, it was very special to me. And I keep on doing it in every party. Sometimes you're gonna find me all the way in the back, observing everything and everyone, and just taking it in. Taking it in. It's important.
Totally.
And the vibrations are so high, which makes it even better and more easy.
High vibrations only, man. We have to stay that way. We have to.
Yeah, I'm for it.
I'd like to hear a little bit from you, Frida, because you mentioned you lived in Belgium.
Yes.
Right? Did you get to experience much of the party scene over there?
Well, yes and yes.
And what are like some, I don't know, what are some differences you noticed between, say, partying in a different country like Belgium versus like Los Angeles?
Well, the party starts at 2 a.m.
Okay.
So that's a cool part, you know, here. Well,
Big
it's still
difference.
like 6.
Uh-huh.
That's why when I got here, the underground, I was like, wow, it finished at 6. Oh, so cool.
Well, there's also after hours, okay? Well, there's like few, but they're still there.
I didn't care, you know. It's like, music until 6 a.m. Yes, I'm in. And there was a play called La Roca. It was really amazing place. One of my favorites, where I got to meet some international DJs.
Nice.
That helped me with some advices, you know, because I was like, I can't live without music. So yeah, that's like very, very noticeable for me. So when I came here, it was like normal places was ending everything up around 2 a.m.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, no, please, what am I gonna do? And yeah, I'm so happy that I found the underground. It's like finding my tribe, my family.
And tell us how you found the underground here.
Well, I mean, since Mexico, you know, since Belgium, there is always an underground. But here, I don't know. I mean, it was a little hard for me really to find those spots. Everybody knows like 6 a.m., you know, incognito. And, but really to get into it. But
yeah,
it was like, I don't know, maybe a year ago. You
Okay.
know, like really like where, but I don't know. I think everything happens in in the right moment.
Right, organically.
The right time, organically.
Yes, because I was there like enjoying myself, like, oh my God, this is music. I really want to be here, you know, and just losing myself like to the music. And it was more like my therapy. And then I was like playing, but playing in other places, those ones that closed early, and trying to play my music. And I was like, no, you cannot play that so hard.
This is why we have the underground. It's really a space for those individuals that they won't, that they don't like to play at nightclubs and stuff like that because they have rules, you know. And I think this is a space for everyone, not just DJs, it's people in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the underground usually tries to find like new ways to express itself, and tends to sometimes get experimental, which has its pros and its cons, right? Because you'll find new and interesting things, but some of the time it'll go in a direction that is hard to listen to as well. So
it is.
It's kind of like a double-edged sword.
It is.
I want to know your origin story, Alex.
Yeah,
you don't mind
tell us about it.
I was like, I
Sure.
want to ask you.
So I didn't have much exposure to electronic music until I turned about 18 years old. I became close with a group of friends who were really into the rave scene. And I wanted to experiment, and they presented a rave as a good opportunity to do that. And so really my first real exposure to the electronic music was in an altered state, which I think for some people, I'll speak for myself, it helped me really connect with the music. And as my relationship with the music started to strengthen, I came to learn that I could come close to experiencing that magic that I had the first time without necessarily needing to be under the influence.
Thank you.
And it kind of, it's not as easy. It takes a little work, but I think like that work is worth it because it lets you take it all in. You remember the whole night. You remember the people you met. Of course, it can be nice to have a change of pace every once in a while to experiment, and if it's hopefully done in a sustainable way. But that was my first introduction to it, and I, through social media, would see some underground parties, but I wasn't old enough to attend yet, and so I was.
Oh, so how are you again? 15? Oh.
And so I was kind of just holding it together by going to these larger festival rave events until I had turned 21. And my first official underground event was an incognito event.
Of course, they've been one of the pioneers in this scene, and they have a history, bro.
Right, and I remember seeing Alan promote it on Facebook a lot.
Always Alan, right?
And I was always like, I really want to go. Hey, let me ask him. Is it really 21 plus? Can I just show up? And he was like, no, you have to be 21.
You have to be 21.
Right?
That is one rule that we have. A lot of us is 21 plus.
Okay.
There is no other way around. And one of the reasons why is because we do not support underage drinking. And that is something that whoever is coming into throwing parties, they need to be careful on that. And please help us. We need to keep the underground alive by doing that. We have to be responsible. We have to care about people.
Yeah.
And 21 plus is really the right thing to do.
And I would say a big mistake I made early on, because I really wanted to be even behind the scenes and had interest in DJing, was being a little premature with asking promoters to DJ for them. And that's like a long topic that we can get into some other time. There's a right and wrong place to express interest, but after some years getting closer to promoters, eventually I started to play some parties.
Supporting.
That's
Show up to their parties. Say hello, introduce yourself. Not just via Instagram and here's my SoundCloud. We're not gonna listen if you don't come to our parties.
Exactly.
It's support. And I tell people about it. I receive a lot of messages from a lot of local DJs. The first time that I tell them, come to my parties, come to support us, and then we'll go from there. And that applies for everyone.
And that's so true, you know, because like, example, me, when I came here to live, I was like, I need friends. I need, you know, people like resonance exactly with me. And underground is like, yeah, I'm going to play. I met a lot of DJs like, I'm going to play here. I'm going to play here. Come to my party. Come to my party. And it was like, yes, I'm going to be there. Ay, qué padre, me han invitado. I got an invitation. And then I was there. And that is the way that I got to meet.
It's all about support. I just want to say that. It's all about support. If we don't see you around, if you don't come to our parties, then that means that you're not supporting us. So why would I have you play in our parties when you're not supporting our brand? You're not supporting our vision or what we're doing. It doesn't work like that.
Right. And how would you know what the vibe of the party is if you've never been? How would you know?
Thank you.
What it is this audience likes to hear and what they need to hear.
Exactly.
So, all good, important questions to ask yourself in this area.
Those? No.
Yeah. You want to hear my origin story?
Oh, of course.
Please, I want to.
So it was my 24th birthday. Okay. I was invited to support my cousin at an underground festival called Social Desert.
Okay.
And she was only playing for one night, but I fell in love. So I met some people, my friends, super close friends with them now. He's like my mentor. He goes by Stillfi, Scott. So I made friends with them. Scott and his team. And then so he like put me on the list for the next day and I was able to get in and I just was like mind blown by the music first off and then by the energy. Like how were people this open and this free, right? To express themselves. And I just fell in love with the positivity and I wanted to be more involved. So I found other underground festivals. I would go like weekends, underground, like desert raves.
Nice.
Until I applied to Insomniac and found work with them. So now I get paid to go to festivals.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then 3 months later is when I found TechnoFam. And then from TechnoFam, it's just been life-changing. I'm stuck on techno, like versus before, like in the 3 months prior, I was just, you know, house, trying to feel into like drum and bass and all that. But TechnoFam made me fall in love with techno. And through all my travels, I try to find like techno parties to go to. So I literally DJ'd in Amsterdam. Awesome. Drum and bass though, not techno, but it was something. Experience?
Oh yeah.
Amazing. Like literally unbelievable. And I found a whole bunch of techno events in Amsterdam. So I mean, just mind blowing.
Of course.
Yeah.
But something about unique that we have in LA is that a lot of the promoters, a lot of the collectives, even if you don't like each other, you respect them. And I've been talking to other DJs from all over the world, and LA is very unique because of that. In France, they call each other the Caps, and you know they're always fighting about parties and stuff like that. We don't have that in LA. We have respect with each other, and that's very unique. So that's something that is very special. LA is very special. The underground in LA is very special.
Yeah, it really is incomparable from my other experiences that I've been to. But again, through all of my journeys, TechnoFam, there's nothing like it.
Thank you.
There's nothing like the community.
We've been working a lot on community, right?
Yeah.
It's we're working on community. We're working on people, you know, and we really want to start teaching the new generations what is really the underground all about. You know, somebody that told me drum cell after he played for us, he kind of mentioned to me that he liked the fact that when he played for our parties, it really felt like a really warehouse party. The energy was there, and I think that's something that I want to continue doing. You know, he gave me a lot of advices, you know, and I really have that in the back of my head because drum cell is really one of the first individuals that started doing underground parties in LA. And maybe the new generations don't know who TechnoFamLA is, but they should, because thanks to those guys, and then obviously after Incognito and 6am they took over, they established the underground scene for new people like me to come now and do parties more freely. They went through all those challenges that we didn't. So we really gotta be thankful to all those guys. Now new people like me, now we're able to do this, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of cool. And we really gotta remind everyone, about who were those individuals.
Yeah, and if anyone has any doubts and thinks, names like Drum Cell or anyone associated with them is
Truncate, it's another one, right?
If anyone thinks this is boomer techno and old news, I would highly suggest checking out one of their parties. They throw one, two, or a couple a year at least, their Observe parties, and have go in ready to have your mind blown, because it's clear that they have many years of experience and they've really perfected
on everything,
this craft.
And they are the real pioneers of the underground.
Yeah, actually, Observe.
It's
yes,
them. It's really them. It's really them.
Alex, I want to ask, for people who don't know how to jump into this new venture, where do they go to find out about these parties? It's so underground. It's underground for a reason. Right?
Yeah. So let me just talk a little bit about the music and then get into the events.
Go ahead.
With the music, underground kind of comes from being hard to find, whether that's intentional or not. I think that people find underground music when they're ready for it. It's not something that you can force upon someone. But if,
it's more organic.
It's organic. It's a natural thing that has to come. Once someone has kind of gotten a taste of that music, I would suggest whatever artist it is, look at that artist, go a little deeper, look at what music they've put out, look at live recordings, look at podcasts they've done, whose music are they playing, what labels have they put music out on. That's one that people often underestimate, is if you like an artist's music, check out other music put out on that same label. It's usually friends of theirs. Find out what events they're playing. Who else is on the lineup with them? Who else is playing the other stages at that event? Maybe you don't know that you like more than just techno. There could be other genres out there
and that's very important. There it is more than techno.
Exactly.
So people, I think that's a good one right there.
Oh my God! Yes, you guys are right, Pat.
Yeah,
I know. But
Techno
once
all the way.
but once you listen techno, the other music, it's cool music. Oh, cool music.
Once you come to the other side, which is techno, you won't go back.
That's really how it feels.
Here's example. Thanks to us.
Exhibit A. Yeah.
And regarding finding events, probably one of the easiest ways, I think, is if you have a friend and you suspect that they're into the music, reach out to this person. People in the underground scene are usually very nice and welcoming.
Yes.
Ask if you can tag along, carpool with someone, go to the party with them, or
go alone,
or go
experience
alone.
that alone.
Yeah, and if you don't have any friends in the music scene and you want to find events to go to, I always suggest checking out Resident Advisor. You just look at a date that you want to go to a party to, and there's usually, at least in our area, 10 to 15 events every weekend night. Just do a little bit of reading up, or if anything, just pick one at random and go and if you like it, go again.
Yeah.
Because especially when you're starting out, you're not going to be very picky about it. I think it's something that comes as you get more experience. You eventually learn which events you enjoy and which ones are not your thing.
Yeah, seriously. Now I'm extremely picky. I've been to some events recently where I'm just I don't want to be here because it's just not.
Because the vibes are not there.
The vibes are off. Yeah.
The vibes are off, and that's something that I'm really focusing a lot. The vibes. The vibes are the most important, and that's something so critical for me. That's something that I want to keep. I don't want to ever let that go. It's all about the vibes. Yeah, it's nice productions out and all that, but as DJs, that is cool.
Yeah.
But that's not everything.
Yeah.
The main intention behind these parties is to create the right vibes.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we're doing here.
Yeah. How does that person feel when they go home at the end
I
of the
want
night?
every
yes.
person that is leaving our dance floor that they're gonna go home happy. I want to see people smiling, not feeling down.
And I think probably the biggest compliment is when someone goes home and they go, I want to take so-and-so next time I go back because more people need to experience this.
Yeah. That is the beauty of the underground.
Yeah.
And we need more people. We need to keep this alive, and we need everyone's support to help us with these events, you know, and not just by coming to our events, you know, help us bring more people, new people. That's really what we need. It's the only way that we're gonna keep the underground alive and be responsible. That's all I could tell you. Be responsible, please.
Yeah.
Whatever you like to take, be responsible.
Yeah.
It's just really my message to everyone. If you want to enjoy these events going sober, please do it. It's the best way to do it. It's the best way to do it because you're really going to experience the music. You're really going to experience that connection with people. And that's something that we've been losing little by little. And we need, all of us, we need to get that back.
Okay. Yeah.
We start winding down.
Yeah. Do we have any closing thoughts?
Community and love and really support and looking out for each other, you know, and accept everyone. This is what the underground is all about. You know, everyone is equal. Don't ever forget that everyone is equal.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
Yeah. Same here. Do you guys have anything you want to promote?
Well, Omar, I mean, your main brand is TechnoFamLA. We'll put everyone's socials and projects. We'll include all those for anyone who's interested.
But I do want to. I'm here to support everyone, from small promoters to big promoters. I really want to make sure that the message goes to everyone. I might not have a lot of knowledge or experience.
Yeah.
But whatever knowledge I have and whatever experience I have, I'm willing to start passing on to the next generations. That's part of my job right now, really, to pass that on. So let's do it. I'm here to help everyone.
Yeah. And people should keep an eye out for Locals Only.
Yes, that's our new project that is coming, and I'm very excited actually about it. So yeah.
And to double back to your advice, if anyone out there is interested, the best way to get involved is to
get to know us. Come
know
party
us.
with
Come
us.
to the
Go
party.
party.
Support. It's all about the support, you know, and that's what a lot of locals in LA they're missing. That they feel entitled because they're spending hours in the studio. But if you spend hours in the studio and you're not coming to support, then what?
We want to see you there.
Yeah, we want to see you there. I want to see everyone there.
Cool. Where can everyone find you?
On Instagram, it's really pretty soon we're gonna be on TikTok. So Anna, our marketing specialist, she's gonna be trying to get on more platforms. That's really the idea behind. We want to be everywhere. Right now, our main one is Instagram at TechnoFamLA.
Okay.
And then your personal?
Omar Techno.
Cool.
That is me, Omar.
And
Techno.
mine is Frida_Henson.
Cool.
HENSON.
Cool.
And yours?
Mine, my Instagram is ANHEAT. So I go by Anahit, which is also my real name.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just learned something new.
And Alex?
Mine is Realize DJ, REALIZE DJE.
By the way, I love your post.
Oh, thank you.
I can see them over and over, and you make me
I
laugh.
appreciate it. Thank you.
I really appreciate you doing this because also you bring so much subject, you know. It's like I'm seeing it and I'm learning things because, I mean, even we are in the music,
Right.
I don't know, you look like, you seem like know a lot of
Yeah,
things.
thank you. And I'm glad to have
Thank
this
you.
platform to reach like an even bigger audience.
Yes, of course. And I think that's our goal, to create this space for a lot of people that is in the underground scene. And I want to mention this space is not just going to be for famous DJs or promoters. We're going to dig deeper than that. And I hope people will help us with this project as well, because we're going to need their support to continue with this. But we have something, we're going to be cooking something really good.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I'm excited.
And anyone with a good attitude is welcome in the underground scene.
Oh, yes.
Of course.
Good vibes.
Good vibes, man. It's all about the vibes.
Yeah,
it's all
and
about
the taste of techno.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Freda. Thank you. And see you
Omar.
guys on the next one.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Anna, Alex.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love.
Bye.